What's up, chat? What's good? Man, if you notice, I just changed my background. You see where I'm streaming on now. This is where I normally sleep. So if I decide to go off now, just know I'm going to bed straight with no stress. If I should, cut off the live stream, this is where I sleep. I used to sleep in my room, but I can't remember the last time sleep in my room. This is life, man. I can't remember the last time I sleep in my room. Now I'm here. And what did I do today? I woke out, scroll on my phone, which I'm actually, trying to reduce. I'm trying to stay off my phone. And what did I do? I cook. I woke up around 7, 11 p.m. Yeah, I woke up around 11 p.m. today. Then I went to get paper. Then I cook. I cook rice. The rice will sustain me the rice will sustain me till tomorrow. Yeah, the rice will sustain me till tomorrow. So yeah, I had rice in the morning, then in the night as well. I made it with love because that was the only choice I had. Rice. Then I went to the gym. And guys, do you know when I go to the gym, people don't really. I don't know if it's the way I carry myself, but people don't really. People don't know what's going on. They just see me as that guy because one thing I love doing as a human is I love keeping my composure, dress well, make sure I wash my clothes. I have about different set of clothes for gym. Not a lot of shorts, but I kind of think with the way I am at the moment, I'm cool with the short I have. Then I love washing my shoe. You guys know I wash my shoe on stream. I go outside and wash my shoe. And what was it again? Like I said, people don't really notice the way I package myself. So when I go to the gym with my outfit, people don't really know. They just see me as that guy who do not have problem. But low-key, they don't know what I'm going through. And I appreciate the like, man. Like I said, so my day is just normal. And I just finished going off, talking to this girl. This girl used to be I don't know if I'll call her my friend, but we're talking about education, mostly in Nigeria. And one thing I'm still trying to tell her she does not really understand is I don't have problem with education. I would never have a problem with education. But I'm only saying one thing, man. Education is only good for people who knows what they want. Life is as simple. I don't really rate education like that. One thing I rate education for is, do you really know what you want? Let me tell you something. If you should go to school and you end up failing just because you have a vision, I'm in a country where most people complain about education, but there are still people who come from nothing and still succeed in this country with education. It's all about the mindset and the vision. And one thing I know about I'm human. I've tried so many things, and I've failed in the past, which and I still keep trying. At least and I'm surviving. If you go to school and you fail, probably you did not achieve what you want. Trust me, you would not feel bad about it because you try and you learn something from that and use the energy into something else. So we're talking and I say I have no problem with school. But you can't just go to school just because you want to feel among. Life is not like that. We've passed that stage. This is 2026. I know people who finished secondary school about 5 years ago. I can tell deep down these people don't really want school. But the only reason why they are going to school is probably they want to leave their environment. And that suffer you are trying to avoid. You will still suffer it when you finish school. Because then you'll be blaming Nigeria. Only go to school when it is for you. School is not for you, man. Focus more on your life. Why would you waste 5 years of your life on something you don't want just because you want to feel among? I mean, life is all about surviving, because we're all going through that, and that your certificate, you're not going to take it to heaven. It's bullshit. I was talking to her and she was making it feel I just want to go to school. Go to school for what? The only reason why you could go to school is because you need it. If you don't go to school, why would you go to school when you feel you don't need it? He said, what? I'm talking about education. I had conversation with somebody and I was saying, I had no problem with education, but for people who want education, it has to be something you want. Do you have a plan for it? Do you have a vision for it? Don't blame the country if you don't succeed at the moment when it comes to education. You have to have a mindset of believing. What's up, how you doing? I saw your comments. You have to have a mindset of believing, you know, you just have to go to school and believe it is for you. So if you fail in the process, trust me, there's something you will learn from it, and there's no problem failure as long as you believe it is for you. I know people of this generation who are still going to school. I know someone who has finished school 5 years ago. They did not go to school now. They are just going to school, and not because of they are ready, but because they just want to feel among. So once you finish school, once you some people once they waste 5 years of their time in school, then you now go back to that same environment you don't want to go back to, then you start suffering again. Go to school only if it is for you. If it is not for you, man, focus on your life. There are better things you can do with your life. That money you want to go and waste on school, put it into something else. But like I said, if it's for you, go there. This is as simple as you would always fail, and it's normal if you fail. We are human being now. How would you not fail? But at least if you fail for a good reason. When you fail, trust me, if you go to school and it's something you really want, you're so passionate about, you're not just going to school to feel among. When you pass through it and you don't really get what you want, there's always something you learn from it. It is just as easy as that. You would learn from it. You don't even have to blame this country because there are still people out there who are making it great. You know, successful people out there, and life is just easy, man. Just make anybody not deceive themselves, man. It was actually my whole friend who brought out this stuff from me. Education is good now, no problem with it. But at the end of the day, it's about surviving. It's about putting food on your table. It's about at the end of the day, we are trying to succeed, build the house of our own. What's good, my man? How you doing? It's about building your house of your own, going to school. And sorry, what am I saying? Building a house of your own, a car of your own. You don't necessarily have to go to school before you can live that kind of lifestyle. But if school is for you, fine. And if you fail in the process, there was a time I saw a bike man, and the man was showing me his certificate. Low key in my mind, I kind of understand him, but at the same time, what am I supposed to do? Cry for you? And just because you go to school, some people just go to school because they want to go to. I've seen people who go to school, and when they finish with the school, they were telling themselves like, "How will I get a job?" The problem is, did you go outside looking for job? The problem is, did you go outside looking for? I know so many people out there, many who will finish school and they will just sit at home and expect themselves to get a job. Because why would you? Well. So I don't blame these people. That conversation is for that, man. I had to come online. I was, talking to this girl. I kind of like the energy she brought in me tonight. You know, we're talking about education. This conversation was actually for like, bro, 30 minutes or an hour. I can't remember the last time I talked to someone that much. Can't remember, man. I know there are people who are, like I said, I know, who go to school just to feel among. I know a girl who was actually, she learned to learn work, and she learned the work for like 3 years. She was not going to the work because she was not being, serious with the work. There are times she go and there are times she does not go. For some reason, she blamed her boss. She left the work. Then she went to apply for some other work again, which is actually fashion designer. She did the work for 2 years again, but she was not serious for the whole 2 years. For some reason, and this girl, her mommy is doing well to an extent. Like, it's actually sure that, her parents can actually send her to school. So for some reason, after trying those kind of work for like 5 years, she decided to go to school. Low key, you would not, that kind of person does not want to, does not want school. But the only reason why she had to go to school was because, she could not, focus on the work she's doing, and she's also tired. She's also tired. She's always, she's also tired at. She's also tired of the environment she's in. Then she decided to go to school. And this kind of person, she's in her 20s, probably 23. Imagine wasting 5 years of your life in school. Then when you finish it, then you come home saying, now you graduate. And this person is someone I, know a little bit, not to that extent. And I could tell this person is not passionate about school. It's just about going to school for, probably I want to leave home. Now, when this person finish school, probably at the age of 23, so at the age of 28, then you go home back. Who would you blame the blame on? Your government. You put the blame on government or who? And people like this, they can't look for job. It is just normal, man. Nigeria have to fuck up, sha. Chat. There are sometimes I come on here and, you know, fuck it. Everybody should just survive, and do what works for you, man. Nobody really has nobody know you more than you know yourself. It's about doing what you want to do. If you're passionate about it, I don't believe, it's not about the country you're from. It's about surviving. If you believe education is for you and that's what you think about, you must surely have a plan, whether it works or not, because plan is all about imagination at first, but at least when you picture it in your head, visualize it, go to school, and if school is not for you, you know, survive as well. No one is going to stop you. But don't go to school just because you want to go to school. Go to school because you believe it is necessary, man. And guys, thank you for the 4 likes. I have about 4 likes here. And I just go to live 15 minutes. I just go to live. Did I use up to like 6 minutes before I have like 4 likes? It's actually cool. You guys should see my location. This is where I sleep. No light. I came live around, I was live. I had to come live, around 1 a.m. in the morning. Why was it? Because, I was talking about not having much on me. And for some reason, I was, never brought the light. And I decided to use the washing machine because I've not used the washing machine for so long. You guys will not believe what happened, man. When I was washing my clothes, I just, bring it out from the washing machine and 1K fell out from my pocket. I don't even know the pocket, it fell out from. Guy, I was happy. If you watch my live stream, the highlights, that was the reason why I came online. I just saw the 1K. I mean, I was so happy. And the most important thing, it fell inside water and I had to pick it, man. Guys, if I if I did not see that 1K, I believe probably my sister. I don't want her to hear this. She might have picked it. Man, I was so happy when I woke up today like this. The first thing I did was to like go and get pepper. I have rice at home. I had to cook it. Damn, I was so happy, man. I don't know what was I going through when I, left 1K in my pocket? I don't know. But the moment I saw the money was the best time I need it. I was so happy. I was so happy because I went to gym. Like I said, no one will like. Am I supposed to like show the world my problem? So what I did was, I took the 200. I bought one bottle water, and I collect the change. And now I'm going to the gym tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Thursday, Friday. That money will survive. I will survive with the money for Thursday and Friday. Because tomorrow is actually like the maximum. If I was to drink water tomorrow, I'll drink probably two bottles water, then keep the change Friday. Then Monday, I'll figure out some other plan. It's all about surviving. I've been surviving my whole life, so why will I not survive this stage as well? When we have about five, like hopefully I get to 80 subscriber, man. 80 subscriber, little by little, would get to 100, and if I can get to 100, I always want more, man. It's never enough. It's never enough for now. 100 subscriber, 200. But I know when I would like to do IRS is, start streaming outside publicly. Is what's up, my brother? How you doing? And I see your chat. What's good, my bro? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Where are you chatting from? When I would like to start doing IRS is when I have a lot of people watching me. Thanks, my bro. I appreciate it. Where are you from? Cape Town. Fuck. Do you guys know? I don't know, but with most youth in Nigeria, the way they talk about Cape Town. If you're on social media, mostly on TikTok, you would know the way boys really rate Cape Town. Cape Town, Cape Town. When young boys have money, they're always going to Cape Town. Cape Town. That's a nice place, my bro. South Africa. So when I have about, you know, I feel when I'm getting used to the chat, I'll be giving you some info, more info, more info. One thing I know about live stream is about, getting to know the chat and the chat to get to know you. No, I know it's a nice place now. I know it's a nice place. I said most youths love going there. Like most people from Nigeria love going there to like flex. There are so many Nigeria who comes here now. But you guys, I don't know if you really from. I don't know if you're like from Nigeria and you move to South Africa, or you're really from Cape Town, because there's a way you guys do treat Nigeria. I do see it. The way people in South Africa treat Nigeria recently now. But most youth in Nigeria love going to Cape Town. They love going to. I don't know why. Probably because of the way the place look, and it's actually more advanced than Nigeria. If you Nigeria, so you really from Cape Town. You're not from Nigeria at all. This is the woman, okay? They are because no, there are so many youths out there who like. In fact, there are still some upcoming youths who like Cape Town so well. Youths now when they see a little money, they just want to go and flex, and Cape Town is the right place. I know Cape Town, and I feel it's become popular because of most youths in Nigeria. They just go there to flex. Wow, 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 wow. That's cool. That's cool. I know so many. There's even a nigga at my gym, but I don't know if he's not from Cape Town. But we're talking about it this week. But I'm not gonna lie. I think he was talking about I think if I'm not mistaken, probably not in Cape Town alone, but was saying there are some mad gangster in Cape Town. Me and the guy we do gym together, but he speak well about his own location, and he's an Uber driver, so he work over there, Cape Town, South Sea. So guys, as I was saying, man, if I have few subscribers and people start noticing me, there's a probability I start doing IRS, man. And there will be a time I would like to, be active, and I would like people to know when I'll be active. I can't just go and do IRS like that. I need to be like the chat need to know me, and I need to know the chat. Oh, can you see the guy was right? He said it. He said there's a lot of gangster there that you have to be like very, very, very disciplined. He was saying it. He said he saw where you don't just move anyhow. To we're talking about South Africa, this week. He mentioned different type of place, but the reason why I still can keep the memory of Cape Town is because I do hear about Cape Town most time. So we're saying there's a lot of gangster there, and those people don't take shit. Man, chat, I came live today, damn, in the morning for like 30 minutes, zero views. Man, that's indeed discourage, man. Zero views. Yeah, I guess that was what he said. Exactly. I guess that was what he said. He mentioned different type of place, but Cape Town is popular as fuck in Nigeria. Even the person who I'm talking about had to leave Cape Town because the way he's scared, he's scared now. You know the way South Africa now. I've never been there, so I have no problem with whatever is going on. But he had to run, and the crazy thing is, the man has a family in Cape Town. Like his wife is actually not in Cape Town though, not in Cape Town though, but at least in South Africa, his wife is there, and his family, his kids are from Cape Town, fully Cape Town. But this man is from Nigeria. He has to run away, and I don't know why. I don't know why. But he said bully, and he said he's actually scared because even he said even in his own car himself, he's still scared of moving around because the people there can actually. Can you see? So when he was saying the man had to move back to Nigeria, he said he's scared because you can be moving now and these people will be looking at you. No, you can't compare your mindset. If you're not from Nigeria, you don't have the same mindset because now you are someone who is from South Africa. Your mindset would be different from someone who is not from South Africa. It will be way different. This man said he has been in South Africa. He has about two child there. His wife is from there. So, I don't believe he had. To me, I feel he has no reason to be scared. But he said these people does not see it that way because he might be going and they might be scared of people bullying them. You know the way it is now. Uh, but what I was saying is his own location is really not from Cape Town alone. But I don't know where he's not from Cape Town exactly, you get. But he works at Cape Town. Like I said, he's an Uber driver, so he moves around. But he said he's actually scared of being in South Africa. He does not want to lose his life. And this is someone who has family. He said they say Cape Town is safe. If you know your limits, if you know, and yes, it is safe. Well, even at Cape Town, I've actually not heard nonsense about the people around there bullying Nigeria. Honestly, I've not heard it. Honestly, I've not heard it. The only thing the guy was telling me about was gangster, and he mentioned different type of city. All good, my bro. All good, all good, all good, all good, man. So as I was saying, chat, if I have much audience very well, and I will start telling them when I'm going to go for the IRS. And one thing I believe about the chat is once the chat gets to know you, you get to know them. That's just about it. Because for someone to be a streamer, I believe these people have to like see you as their, they have to see you as someone who they care about and they like. So I'll go for IRS. I'm going to start little by little. But I'm not doing IRS now. Probably before I can do IRS, man. But it's actually going to take hard work, man. I'm just trying to imagine how it will look like when I have 400 subscribers. How many views I'll be having then? I'm just trying to imagine 400 subscribers. Now I'm still at probably 70 something. Imagine having 400 subscribers. How many views will I be pulling? I'm just saying, man, imagination go kill me. I'm in Lagos. I'm in Lagos, in Nigeria. Lagos. I'm Lagos boy. Lagos, fully Lagos. Lagos. Do you mean in Cape Town, Nigeria? Oh, do you mean in Nigeria? Have you been here before? We have beautiful girls. We have beautiful girls in Lagos. Beautiful, man. You never get satisfied. You never get satisfied. We have good food, yes. But the only time you can, taste Nigeria good food is when you have money because, there are a lot of do food, but those are for people who are rich because it takes a lot to cook different type of food here. It's expensive, man. But yeah, all good, my bro. Man, imagine pulling 400 subscriber. But I had but that's actually my junior brother. I had someone, I don't know, I'm still trying to learn the way YouTube work. I've seen someone who is actually like a content creator. The person just posted a video on here, and it was actually just one video. They have 5 subscribers. It has never happened to me before. Only when I start streaming. It has never ever happened to me before. Sure, sure. This is South Africa. There will be so many Nigerian food there. It is normal. It is normal. Very normal. I know someone who is from Nigeria. The guy's actually, if you know Samuel Bank, I forgot the name of the restaurant there. He opened a big restaurant in South Africa, mostly Cape Town. So of course there'll be Nigerian, so many Nigerian food there. South Africa, there'll be so many Nigerian food there. It's normal. I appreciate my bro. I appreciate the people who subscribe, man. I appreciate nothing, no, nothing but love. I'm sure you guys might have seen so many people who stream on. Yeah, even me, I see them as well. So many people who stream on YouTube, but I don't know the kind of mission they have for themselves for a long run. But me, I don't just want to like the way I'm racing over here streaming like this. I want something more. Some people might be streaming on their channel just because I don't know. But for me, on the long run, I want it to be more than this. But you have to start with what you have. So that's what I'm doing. Starting little by little, then we'll see where it will take us, man. We know the experience. I started from making videos, little videos, just to be able to get 50 subscriber. Man, I suffered, man. Seriously, you mean outside country, right? For someone like me, like I said, it is bastard for someone like me. Oh, like someone like me, I used to say it's actually good to feed your face. I love Nigeria. I'm gonna be honest, and I might move to some other country and have more interest in some other country. 7 country, man, you would be very very exposed. 7 country, you'll be very very exposed. At least I want to feed myself that kind of I want to feed myself to be like, I want to know what it means to be in another country. I love Nigeria. And I used to say, I don't think I would leave it, but I don't know. And I might move to some other country at some point, and I feel like, I think it is worth staying here. But for now, but I think it is always a good experience to be able to like, be in different country. it is good. You gain more knowledge from it. You get more exposed, and sometimes it's open your brain. I would love that. How many places do I even know in Nigeria? I swear, no, it is actually good. Make miles, man. What's good, my bro? No, it is actually good. Travel to like expose. It's good. It's good. Exactly. Even by the way you talk to the people, I've seen so many white men. Even when you talk to the people, there's a way. There's always something you learn. I don't know what it's meant to be in some other country, but there's always something you learn from it, and this is something I would love to experience. I've never had a conversation with a white man. Not like I find it interesting. You get it. I see these people as human, just like us, but I've never had a conversation with a white person before my whole life, and even if it's actually Black American, at least just to like gain more knowledge. See, this person I was talking to in my gym. This guy was talking about when in South Africa, though my location matters. I'm actually not in Ireland. He was saying you will see different type of car, like crazy, crazy smart cars. Life is hard everywhere. It is normal. It is normal. I know, like, this is what I was saying. Life is hard, man. Whatever place you find yourself, it is hard. I know it is normal. Different people, different food, different experience, life talk. Exactly. Exactly. You'll be able to relate. Exactly, exactly. That's what I'm saying too. It is necessary now. It is necessary. It is dumb. It is normal. It is normal. I was saying this thing because I met, someone was watching my live stream. Then the person was like from London. I was like, this is a place I just need to like go. Not because, just to like have more experience. I've never had a conversation with someone outside from the country. And it is good. It exposes you. It actually change the way you think. Same me, I don't care about color too. Normally, this is Nigeria. I do see so many, China's white men who come here to like, do business, which is normal. But I'm just saying, have my experience. Talk to even if it's actually Black American. I don't care about your skin. I just need to talk to people who I know, they are not from this place. Exactly. These people are human, so it's not about colors. No, I'll be dumb if I just see you. If I will be dumb just to like rate you over your color. No, I don't do that. I see white men here and I feel alright with it. I just I need somebody to like talk to, have my experience. It actually is supposed to happen. I can't just be stuck in one country, man. They're just people. I know a woman who just go out, fly outside the country just to like get more exposure just for vacation. That alone is enough. You see where we are now. This is 22. I'm sure from your country, electricity will not be an issue. Then you lose your partner and your wife, your partner and okay, your daughter, parents. Crazy man. How old is she? Then when I'm saying young boy, I don't know. I don't know what it means to us. I don't really know, but I truly know the way it feels to lose someone because I actually lose my grandma this year, and that was when I truly believe in death. All the best for everyone at the end of the day. Exactly. I do hear when people talk about people dying, but sometimes I just feel like these people did not really die. I just feel like these people just decide to like move away from that location. That's the way I feel because when people tell me someone died, I don't really feel it, and people call me heartless. But it was when my grandma actually died. I really, I still did not, feel it as first. But when I saw her body, real life, man, that was when I truly that was actually the first time I had the fear of death, and I be like, this thing is going to reach everybody no matter what because I kept this stuff in my mind. My cousin told me, "Do you see the way our grandma passed away at some point? Do you know our mom is actually going to pass away as well, and there's nothing we can do about it." And that stuff was really deep to me, man. It was deep. It was way, way deep. Honestly, it was. It was. Hmm. And the crazy thing is, you have to keep pushing. Damn, the express is tough, man. It's tough when you use the word black sheep now. I just feel like I can push myself in the same thing. Even me, I have a, being the way you call yourself black sheep. I don't know who you are, but there'll be a lot of stuff you're holding on to. Just same as me. If anyone should say I'll be streaming, now I would not believe I would be streaming, but you know, I'm someone who do not really like social, but at the same time I have to put myself here for a reason now, man. Crazy man. Man, I can feel you. The way to be very crazy, and people can't complain. This is why I don't really complain about anything. But when I'm on live stream, there are some little stuff I can like, and there are some little info I can actually give out there. It's actually not easy, man. I don't complain yet, and I have so much going on, so much. But we are all human, man. When I go outside, I just act like there's nothing wrong with me. But deep down, man, I kind of feel I'm fucked up. But there's one thing I keep telling myself: if I can survive this year, like survive it, the things I feel are at my front. If I can actually overcome it, then I believe I can survive the any other stuff coming in for me. And the crazy thing is, you still be into your work, you keep pushing because sometimes it's like nobody really cares. No, you can. No, you can. It's actually good to speak your mind. You are human, man. You need to release this stuff out. We go through stuff as well. You see, there's some stuff I would also would like to like share out there, but sometimes I kind of feel it is not necessary. If speak your mind, does not make you feel weak. It makes you feel relieved. I can relate. I'm a man. I can relate, man. It's actually, I hope you figure it out, man. Like I said, man, I had so many stuff in my front. It is not easy, and I can't complain. I can't complain. I'm a young boy. I kind of feel I'm carrying too much weight on my shoulder. Mom, dad, sister as well. But I don't want to like give the info out to the fullest. It's actually too much for a young boy like me. Imagine. No, no, all good. Like I can relate, man. I can actually. I don't know what it means to lose someone, but like I said, I've only lose one person, and which is my grandma, and it really changed the way I see the world. So losing two people, God bless you. I appreciate me, and I even appreciate the chats as well. It's fun. The longest I stay on chat, other than the first time I start streaming, the longest I stay on chat is 30 minutes. But you're one of the reasons why I'm still here to this moment. So I appreciate. We'll figure this out. At the end of the day, it's all about surviving, man. It's all about surviving. If someone should tell me 3 years ago, man, I would be here. I would say no. Carrying so much on my shoulder, and I still have more. I still have, man. I can't complain. See, if I should start releasing, if I should start saying stuff I'm not supposed to say, man. Sometimes I even get scared. The way I am like this, man. Imagine having shoulder, carrying a lot of shoulder. Your mom, your dad. These are people who you can tell they are really giving up on life, and they are just looking up to you because now they can't control you. Do you know what it means to come from a family when they have nothing, and now they have nothing. They are just leaving me to just do what I want to do because even them they don't know the right thing to do. But right now, I have a lot of shoulders in my hand. Imagine paying for people house rent, paying for their shop, paying for their. I'm not married. I'm single. I'm single, and this is why, if I should tell you, just because of what I'm going through, I'll say it is part of it. Now I just decided to focus on my life. I've been single for 8 months now, probably 9 months now. No girl. I can't remember the last time I, you know, request for a girl number. And there's some little money I'm actually saying that I believe I can get into a relationship. But I'm actually not interested. Like I'm actually not in love with the current life I'm living at the moment. I'm single. I end my 8 years, sorry, 3 years relationship. I end my 3 years relationship. You know, I hate games and I don't want anyone to feel like I'm forcing them, and I don't want people to feel like they're doing me a favor to be in my life. So I've been single. I miss being single, but the moment I broke up, there are things I learned from my relationship. If I've gotten to a new relationship at that moment, I feel there's some stuff I would not learn from it. But breaking up and being single for 8 months, I really reflect on myself and it's helped me a lot. I'm still young. I'm still young. To me, I'm still young. You're 49, man. Gee, I don't know. I don't know what it means to be 49. I'm still young. Oh. I'm still young. I'm young. I'm very young. I don't know what it means to be 49. Imagine you say you have kids, but I'm glad I learned everything I'm learning. You know, there are times business does not work. I feel when it comes to business. Like I said, if someone should tell me 2 years ago, 1 years ago, I'll be on social media now trying to become a live streamer. I would not believe, but it's all about surviving. Now I'm here now and open to. Man, I've tried so many things that something in me just feel this is the next thing to do now. I'm not a social person, but I have to be here. Now sometimes I used to be scared that I don't eat gay. I appreciate my bro. I appreciate love. I appreciate. I need chat like this sometimes. I'm a man. I believe there's always a way. So I will get over it. You know, uh, there's so many things that happened this year, but I'm here. I'm still here at this moment, and I've survived. About six months now. I'm still here. I believe I will survive this one. It's just a matter of time, man. What can I do? Can't complain, man. There are so many people out there who are looking up to me. My mom. And deep down, I feel sad. There are time. Imagine still trying to figure out at a very young age when you have parents who are their, 60s, and I can tell this woman do cry because imagine as a young boy, yes, that's the spirit. Imagine as a young boy, I still cry because I've actually not figured things out because I'm human being, I've not figured it. I cry, but I stand on my 10 toes back and keep pushing. But I kind of put myself in my mom position. Imagine crying at this my age. Now imagine someone who has been in this world for like 60 something years, and this woman still don't really have something to show of other than probably her kids. I wonder what will be going on in her head. Crazy, man. There are a lot of reasons why I keep pushing because, man, I know what I'm going through at the moment, so I kind of put my mom in that same position. Of course, I appreciate, like I said, that's the reason why I said I keep pushing, man. I'm here to this moment. No, 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 no. I don't play. Do you mean Roblox? Is it this games online, Roblox, right? I don't play. Bless her and family. I appreciate my man. I appreciate. I think, man, I don't know what it's okay. I'll check on it, man. I appreciate. I think I'll be, going off now. I think I'll be going off, man. I appreciate the love, man. I, okay, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Let me check it on here. I don't know if it's popular at your side. This is it. I know this is called soccer. This is all called soccer in the States. I'm not really a fan, honestly. I watch football. Yeah, yeah, same here as well. I appreciate. I watch football, but I'm not a fan of this. I watch football. Is this actually popular from your side? Those South Africa side. I watch football. I'm a fan of football. I watch football, and that's what I do. That's actually my favorite sport. I don't think I like something else. Okay, it's I don't they don't rate that kind of sport over here, honestly. Football is the highest thing we do in here. Football, man. I appreciate. Now I'll be going off now. I'll be going to play football on Saturday. Sorry, on Friday. I'm going to play football on Saturday. No, what am I saying? Friday football. I just joined recently, and I just started working out, and I play soccer, football as well. And I can't remember the last time I played. It was 5 years ago. So we started about 2 weeks ago. Every Friday, we go, and I love the way it makes me feel. So I appreciate, bro. I'm going now. Thank you so much.